Next up is a segment long, long in the making. Crypt Watch. Where yours truly takes shovel to grave and digs loose something spooky, rotten, and honestly probably better off being buried still. This inaugural entry counts itself amongst the cult, not because it's got black candles and chance aplenty, but because of its notable amount of fans given how niche the film is. Today's slab of meat on the chopping block is Trick or Treat. Not to be confused with 1952's Disney short Trick or Treat, 1986's horror film starring Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons, Trick or Treat, or the Italian power metal band Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat, hold the O, it's the only one amongst those that doesn't have the O, is a horror film anthology which enjoyed most of its limelight as a serial hit film at no fewer than 6 film festivals, 2 sponsored free screenings, and a showing at 2009 San Diego Comic-Con, before finally being released direct to DVD, with no proper theatrical release whatsoever. During its time on the film festival circuit, it won Audience Choice Award at 2008's Screamfest Horror Film Festival, the Silver Audience Award at the 2009 Toronto After Dark Film Festival, and a lofty 9th place on Bloody Disgusting's Top 20 Horror Films of the Decade from 2000 to 2010, beating out the just completely inarguable classic that is Saw. Now, laurels and honors aside, what's Trick or Treat actually got going for it to have people come crawling back year after year as a matter of near a cult tradition? The answer may vary from person to person, but in my opinion, I'd say it hinges upon 3 things. Number 1, very quickly when you start watching the film, you'd be hard-pressed to say it's willing to leave anything off the table. Everyone and everything is fair game for the slaughter, and so long as the method has just that slightest bit of Halloween pumpkin spice to it, anything goes for that as well. This very quickly leads to number 2, the mouth-watering level of dark, bordering on black comedy that so bittersweet undercuts every single twinge of horror, making sure that even the most monstrous of acts has its own savory aftertaste that makes you want to come back and keep scarfing it down like so much Halloween candy. And number 3, this little guy. I mean, look at him. How can you not love a film that brings a creepy but adorable sack doll of a guy to life? And, well, there aren't too many solidly made horror anthologies around. I can count them on my fingers. It's certainly worth adding anyone you can find to your list whenever you can, and I definitely say this is amongst the best, if not one of the best. Well, I think that's all we've got for this week, but coming up next week, the first entry to the immortal Edgar Wright's critically acclaimed Cornetto trilogy, the pinnacle of the horror comedy genre, and possibly the only zombie film actually worth watching, don't at me, Shaun of the Dead.